Everybody, and welcome to the channel, to Slowpoke Racing. We are with the Tyre Shredders Racing and their Carerra Cup. Now I'm looking at the amount of paperwork in front of me. I'll get myself confused. You thought I'd be more organised than this, wouldn't you? Where are we? We are at round 7. We are at round 7. We are flying through this championship. What a great championship it's been, actually. And I do believe there's only about one more round to go. So this is the penultimate. We are at Monza, as you can see on the screen. We are over in Italy, just north of Milan, and fantastic track this one is. It's claimed to be one of, if not the fastest tracks in Europe. So that's not my claim, that's theirs, but we'll take their word for it, shall we? So yeah. Round 7. I'm not got the not very well organised, am I? I've not got the league table in front of me, but what I will do is I'll see if I can find it ready for race 2. We've got 2 races for you today. This is the first one, obviously, and just before I bring in the second one, I'll see if I can find you the league table. So if not, we will have it ready to going into the final race next week, which I understand that is going to be at Catalonia. Yes, so apologies I haven't got it for now, but we'll try and get it for race 2. If not, we will get it for next week. Just before we crack into this, I do want to say a big thanks to Sarah and Grace and to Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs for supporting the Tyre Shredders Racing. It does mean a lot to have their help. So onwards and upwards, the Porsche Carrera Cup, everybody in the same car, and we will go down the grid and then get this race underway. It's scheduled for around about 25 minutes, usually just creeps over that, but it's going to be roughly 25 minutes. So let's have a look, shall we, down the grid. So Jacala gets himself on pole position. Now, I'm just going to have a quick look, and I'm pretty confident he's been up there a couple of times already, so he's no stranger to being at the front, is Jacala. Just behind him is Racing Sim 6. Cal, now there's a new name there. Cal, I can't remember if I've seen him, but Cal has put himself on 3rd, so looking forward to seeing what he can do. Sai is in 4th, Rossau is in 5th, Ghost Pepper in 6th. Then we have another new one to me, is 5-Inch Fury, and what a fantastic name that is. I would love to know how you come up with that. Nickname. 5-Inch Fury. I hope I'm saying it right. Brilliant name that is. So yeah, another new driver. Carlsberg is 8th, Footy is 9th, and Vane is in 10th. Also, I just want to say a big thank you as well to Sai for sharing these races. He saved them and shared them for us, and I do say it quite often, but without them, we couldn't bring you these races, could we? So thank you very much to Sai. So back up to the top, let's get the normal camera, and we'll get this first race underway. We can have a chat about the track. Now, as I've already said, we are over in Monza. Just north of Milan. It's 3.6 miles, 11 turns, 3 chicanes, 2 proper chicanes, and then you've got the Variante Ascari at turns 8, 9 and 10. It is a chicane, but it's quite a big spread out one. But Jacala takes us up towards the first of these 3 chicanes, and this is very, very tight, and usually throws up quite a few issues, but it looks like everybody's got through there okay, so nice and steady. Just trying to get a feel for the track, trying to get some heat into the tyres. Bit of jostling for position going on in the at the back there, but Footy just sitting there watching it all unfold in front of him. Up to the top as Jacala takes us into the second of the chicanes at Della Roggia at turn 4 and 5. Then we head in towards turn 6 and 7, this double right-hander. So it's Jacala from Racing Sim. Racing Sim, though, trying to apply the pressure very early on. Sai in 3rd, not letting the guys get too far away. Now then, did I see somebody? No, I didn't. I'm seeing things. or was it Rossau? Rossau was a bit... Oh, let's just go back, shall we? Because I could have swore I saw somebody... Oh, it was Rossau. Rossau, currently in 6th. He's sort of come undone at the second of the chicanes, just couldn't slow down quick enough, and unfortunately got a reset as well. So that's put Rossau down in 10th, but I'm sure he's going to do what he can to catch back up. So back up to where we left it with Jacala going around turn 7. Then we go down this long straight. Well, it's not really a straight, it's a bit of a bend in the road, but it is a bit of a straight at Del Seraglio. Again, apologise for my pronunciation. As we head down towards Varante Ascari, this is the third of the chicanes, as I mentioned earlier, the bigger one at turns 8, 9 and 10. Very quick chicane, that one. You try and get through that. Some people are taking it full throttle, not many though. And then it is down the hill towards Parabolica at turn 11, which is the final turn on this fantastic track. As we exit Parabolica, we get onto the straight, and then we've got 1100 metres sprint all the way down to the entry into the first of the chicanes at turn 1 again. And it is Racing Sim trying desperately to get in the slipstream of Jacala. I think he's there, he's just not going to get close enough, is he, to make a move as they hit this chicane. No, he's not. Very sensible as well. It's not the widest of areas, and let's just have a look at this. Cow and Ghost Pepper almost side by side. I was just about to say it is not wise to go too wide through there, but Cow's picked up another penalty, so that's a 1 second penalty for Cow, and just behind him Ghost Pepper, he's got half a second, so they can only be for track limits or fouling them, should I say. But Cow holding on to 4th, but although Ghost Pepper's got that half a second, if he can stay, oh, somebody's kicking up a bit of dust, you can, if he can stay within touching distance of Cow, even when Ghost Pepper serves his half a second, he should be able to leapfrog Cow into 4th. We've got Vane down in 6 at the minute. Love the livery on that car. I think I've said it before many times, but yeah, fantastic livery on Vane's car. Then we've got 5-inch Fury in 7th, another fantastic livery on that. Porsche, I love that as well, the black and green, got a bit of a soft spot for black and green. There's 5-inch Fury then in 7th as we head down towards Ascari, Varante Ascari for the second time. Good exit from 5-inch Fury, that puts him right on the back of Vane, who's picked up a 1 second penalty, so he must have picked that up as he went through Ascari. So 5-inch Fury should be looking at moving up into 6th. Then we've got Carlsberg in 8th, just sitting behind Fury. Well, I thought Carlsberg was coming into the pits then. Everybody will be running medium tyres, there is no scheduled pit stops. And I'm not sure about the damage actually, I think the damage might be on high, it usually is. So if there's any damage, then you have to come into the pits to get it repaired. Footy up to the first of the chicanes at turn 1, then followed very closely by Russell, who had that off at the very beginning, now just trying to play catch up. Back up to the pointy end then as Jacala takes us through the second of the chicanes. Still got a shadow with him in the form of Racing Sim. Let's jump on board with Racing Sim. As we go into turn 6 then, at the Lesmo curve, into turn 7, another tight right-hander, trying to avoid all the gravel there out on the left. You don't want to get in there, it just bogs you down and stops the car completely. Then we have this big run down towards Varante Ascari. Into the braking zone then, and Racing Sim. You can actually nick quite a bit of these curves, but if you go too far you end up on this like AstroTurf stuff there out on the right, and that'll just unsettle the car and spin it out. Now Racing Sim got an absolute fantastic exit out of Ascari, and you can see that has just catapulted him in front of Jacala as they head into Parabolica at turn 11. and Racing Sim now got some defending to do. A quick look behind us, Jacala absolutely having a good old sniff around the rear end of Racing Sim's car. Jacala trying to get up on the inside, can't quite get there, so just drops in behind him, picking up the slipstream. Racing Sim goes defensive. Let's get out and have a look at these two as they head towards turn one, and it is side by side. Now, I mentioned this earlier, it is not the widest of tracks at this point. Oh yeah, and Jacala just backs out, and it's a very wise thing to do as they both try and get the perfect exit out of turn two into turn three. And it is Jacala stuck to the bumper of Racing Sim. Now then, Jacala, is he going to have a look around the outside? I thought he was going to go all the way around the long way there, but no, thought better of it, tries to cut back, and Racing Sim, good defending from Racing Sim, gets that car on the inside. No room for Jacala to get by, and not the best of chicanes for Jacala, and that's cost him a couple of tenths, and now there's a gap opened up, and Racing Sim can start to try and put some distance between himself and Jacala. Side just sitting behind, he's got a 1 second penalty. Wow, these penalties are being dished out today, aren't they? Cal sitting in fourth, he served his penalty earlier, so he's still in fourth, and well, soon to be third actually when Sai serves his penalty. I can't even remember where it is. I think it's after Ascari, on the straight down towards Parabolica. I think that's where the penalty zone is. In fact, we'll stay these guys. Oh yeah, it must be, because look, you can see the bar filling up just above Sai. So we'll stay with Cal as he leapfrogs Sai and moves up into third. So Cal tries to sprint away to get some distance between himself and Sai. Sai now down to fourth. Ghost Pepper in fifth. He's not used to being down there, is he? Used to seeing Ghost Pepper up there at the sharp end, battling it out with the leaders, but Ghost Pepper down in fifth at the minute. I'm sure he will start making his way through the grid though. Very quick driver is Ghost Pepper. Vane in sixth. He's leading just this little group here of about 5 cars. He's got 5-inch Fury just behind him. This is definitely the colourful end of the grid. Fantastic livery on these cars. We'll get a proper look in a minute. Oh, as Fury slams that Porsche across those big curbs, and that's not going to do the suspension much good. Carlsberg sitting in 8th. Just happy at the minute just to sit behind Fury and follow him through. The good thing is, this is a long race. We're only 8.5 minutes into a 25-minute race, so there's still plenty of driving to be done. There is no rush at the minute. You can sit behind the guy in front. You can pick up the slipstream. It will help you with the fuel. It will help with the I'm going to say it will help with the tyres now. Then what's happened? I'm going to go back and have a look at that, because I think it was Fury that was involved in that. So we'll see what happened. He goes into the chicane. Well, everything okay there. No real dramas. So up towards turn 6 then. Oh, and there we go. I mentioned it earlier. As Fury, oh, that was unlucky. Fury actually goes onto the gravel, which throws the car around back onto the track. And I think it was Carlsberg that got caught up in it. I'm not sure. No, it might have been Footy, because Footy's got damage at the front. I'm not sure who it was, but somebody got caught up in it. And yeah, I did mention it on the exit of turn 6. You do not want to be going too far to the left, otherwise you end up in that kitty litter, and that's exactly what happened to 5-inch. But he is back up and racing, chasing Carlsberg down. Carlsberg now in 7th, chasing Vane, as the 3 of them, almost 4 of them, are battling it out down towards Parabolica. Carlsberg just in front at the minute. Footy having a bit of a sneaky look up the inside, trying to catch Carlsberg out, but Carlsberg was wise to that one. Closed the door on him. Footy, let's jump on board with Footy. We've got cars everywhere. There is 5-inch just to the side of us. Footy is trying to stay in the slipstream of Carlsberg, hoping it'll pull him through. 5-inch is there. Or is he? No, he's just dropping back because we're entering into the chicane. So Carlsberg will go into the chicane first, followed by, oh no, 5 inch, where did he come from? Wow. Let's just go, I'm going to go back and have a look at this, because it looked like footy, it looked like everybody had calmed down really. Come on, bloody cameraman, catch up. So it looked like they'd all calmed down. Carlsberg is going 7th. Footy seemed to have the run into the chicane, and 5 inch just went around the outside at turn 1 into turn 2. He's on the inside, and he gets the perfect drive out. That really caught Footy out. I think Footy was thinking the same as me, that he was just going to casually follow Carlsberg through the chicane, but 5 inch had other ideas and completely caught Footy out there. Rossau now, he's trying to have a bit of a look at Footy as well, as they go into the second of the chicanes at turns 4 and 5. It is all very, very tight down there. It is getting a bit touchy-feely as well as they go around turn 6 and soon to be turn 7, then onto the straight where they can get the power down. We'll just follow these boys around turn 7, then onto the straight. I'm going to call it a straight. It's not a straight. We're going to call it a straight. So Carlsberg just leading these this little group. Vane has just stretched his lead a little bit over these, so he's on after the guys in front of him. Managed to get, oh, he's picked up a 1 second. He will be cussing and cursing in the cab of that Porsche. You can imagine what he's saying to his technical directors or engineers or whoever it is he speaks to over the mic when they tell him he's got a 1 second penalty. Ghost Pepper in 5th. He's just ahead of Vane. He'll be a little bit further ahead when Vane serves that penalty, won't he? But let's have a look and see what's happening up at the sharp end. And it is still Racing Sim leading this race as we are approaching the 12-minute mark. So not quite halfway, but not far away. So Racing Sim out in front, maintaining the gap back to Jacala in second after that mistake that Jacala made a couple of laps ago. I think he is catching very, very slowly, but he is catching. Then we've got Cow in third. He's picked up another 1 second penalty. That will give Si some encouragement. So he will be putting, oh, it's Cow. I think it's the second time he's done that. On the exit of turn 6, he's got himself on the gravel. He got away with it that time. But you can't afford to keep doing that, Cow. Dirty tyres are not going to help you. Later on in the race, they're going to start shredding those tyres as well, those stones. They're not kind to the rubber. Si in 4th. Then we've got Ghost Pepper, right? They're just starting to spread out a little bit now. We're just starting to get a bit of a gap between each car. Vane in 6th, they're just serving his penalty. There's nobody, oh, I'm going to say nobody behind him, but Footy just come round the corner on the exit of Ascari, but he's carrying a half second penalty as well. So his brakes are slammed on. Russell now closing down on Footy after Footy serving that penalty. Into Parabolica they go. Rossau still sitting behind Footy, but definitely in the slipstream now. All he needs is a good exit and get the power down nice and early, get into that slipstream, and maybe even have a look at making a move as they get to turn 1. Is Rossau going to pull to the inside? I don't think, oh, he is, yes he is, he's having a look. Into turn 1, no, he's just backed out, so Footy maintains P7 with Rossau sitting just behind him. Then we've got 5 inch, well 5 inch has had an issue, hasn't he? Because he's now down in 9th. He was doing so well as well, maybe had an off, sorry we missed that. And then Carlsberg down in 10th. Wow, what happened to those two guys? Maybe they'd have had a bit of a coming together, I'm not sure. And as I say, sorry we missed that. But Carlsberg now, well, he's a bit off the pack, isn't he? He's got some work ahead of him if he wants to catch back up. Just got to take his time. definitely had an issue, didn't he? Lap 7 of 2:04 when he's been running in the sort of 54 area. I'd say an average of 154s. Current fastest lap actually is Racing Sim on a 151. So he's really got to grips with this track, hasn't he? But Carlsberg definitely had an issue, I think, on lap 7. Racing Sim, though, as I said, he's got the fastest lap of 151. In fact, his last 3 laps have been 150. Last 4 laps have been 151. So yeah, he's not sparing the horses. He's Racing Sim. He's going for it. Michaela not that far behind him. Gap seems to be a steady gap as they take this the first of the chicanes for the 9th time, and these two really starting to pull away from the rest of the pack. Sai is the closest to them at the minute in 3rd. He's got Cal trying desperately to catch up to the back of him in 4th. Then we've got Ghost Pepper, then Vane in 6th, Rossau in 7th with Footy in 8th. Then we've got 5-inch in 9th. Back end of that Porsche getting very slidey on 5-inch there. You've got no traction control on, so you've got to be careful through some of these turns. And then Carlsberg in 10th. Definite battle scars on that car of Carlsberg's. You can see at the front the guys in the body shop have got some work to do before the next race. It does affect your aero when you start getting damage like that, but I'm sure they'll get it sorted, ready for the next race. Now then, up at the pointy end, Michaela has caught right up to the back of Racing Sim now as they're coming up to turn 11, and Michaela is having a right good look in the boot of Racing Sim's car. So all he needs is a good exit into the slipstream, and I've got a feeling Michaela's going to be making a move. He's Racing Sim going to go all defensive and go to the right of the track, and he has done. He's staying there. He's telling Michaela what he's doing, but Michaela has got his nose in front, so the move has already been done before they even get to the chicane. Fantastic racing from Michaela to retake the lead of this race just after 17 minutes, and we're on lap 10 now as Michaela now starts to try and open up a bit of a gap. Let's just have a quick look at the tyre wear, shall we? So Michaela, the front left, and it is going to be the left side of the car that's going to take the punishment, with it being a clockwise track. The front left of Michaela's car, well, it's not too bad actually. I would say it's around about sort of 15-20% wear. Racing Sim pretty much exactly the same. Now, I did say at the beginning that there wouldn't be any pit stops. Now, I don't know that for definite, and the only reason I'm starting to question it now is the fuel usage as they approach about quarter of a tank left, or third of a tank left. So there may be some pit stops, we don't know. Ty sitting in 3rd with a 1 second penalty. These penalties are coming thick and fast. Cal has picked up another one as well. That's probably, you know what, that's about 5 seconds worth of penalties I think Cal's had in this first race. Then we've got Ghost Pepper somewhere. There he is. Cameraman are not very good, are they? I think it's the Italian director needs to get his act together. Oh, as Ghost Pepper goes, he goes touring. He's back on track though. He just went for a bit of a look round. Maybe he went to pass something to somebody in the crowd, I don't know, but he went very wide on the exit of Verante Ascari and into the crowd almost. So not really hurt his time. He did get back onto the track very, very quickly. So no real harm done for Ghost Pepper as he chases Cal down. Side just ahead, holding on to that 3rd podium spot. I don't think anybody's really going to catch the 2 guys up at front. Michaela and Racing Sim have gone and pretty much got this race sewn up between them. The race is on for the 3rd podium spot. At the minute, Sai is holding on to it. There is a gap between himself and Cal. Can he maintain it though? Cal doing everything he can to catch up, although he's got one eye in the mirror because Ghost Pepper is on his way. Now then, they've got about 5.5 minutes ish to go, which is going to be about another 3 laps, I think. So if Cal and Ghost Pepper want to get on the podium, they need to do something very quickly. They really need to start getting some quicker lap times in. Vane in 6, just a bit too far away from the guys in front, but a good race so far from him anyway. Rossau up to 7th, which is not a bad recovery actually, considering the start he had. He was put down all the way to 10th very early on in the race. I think it was in the first lap actually. Then we've got Footy in 8th, with Carlsberg in 9th and 5-inch in 10th. Them two pretty close together actually, so they're having their own little battle at the back. But just shows you don't need to be at the front to have a good race. You can be at the back, and that's exactly what's happening between Carlsberg and 5-inch Fury. Talking of the front, as Jacala comes around the first of the chicanes down at turns 1 and 2, still in the lead of this race, with Racing Sim chasing him down though. There is probably a couple of tenths gap between the two of them at the minute. Fuel okay for Jacala, and well, it's Racing Sim's got a little less fuel, but I'm hoping there's going to be enough to get them to the end of the race. Let's go on board with Racing Sim. So around turn 6 we've just gone into turn 7. In fact, what we'll do before the end of this race is I'm just going to leave Racing Sim alone for a minute and let him concentrate. What I'm planning on going to do is I'm going to jump on board with Jacala, our race leader, and we'll do a lap with him. So Ghost Pepper picking up half a 7. Cow going off again. Very lucky to get away with that. Thought he'd get a penalty again, but he's off on that gravel, isn't he? He does like it out there. Vane in 6, Rossau in 7th. Then we've got Footy in 8th with Carlsberg 9th, and now it is 5-inch Fury down in 10th. So what he started off well, didn't he, Fury? But it all seems to start coming undone mid-race. So we'll go back on board now with Jacala, shall we? And we'll do a lap with him, see how it should be done. So we go across the start-finish line to start lap 13, and it is foot planted firmly on the noisy pedal all the way down towards turn 1 at the chicane, into the braking zone, around about the 100 board, into turn 1, then sharply into turn 2. Being careful on the exit, you could just see there that the back end of that Porsche started to come round, but Jacala managed to save it. Around turn 3, this sweeping right-hander, again foot planted firmly on the noisy pedal all the way through this turn as we head towards turn 4 and 5 and the second of the chicanes into the braking zone. You can go across these sausage curves, but you do not want to go too far over them, otherwise it will unsettle the car, but Jacala makes that look very easy. Into turn 6, first of the double right-hander. Into turn 7, trying to avoid this gravel out on the left, which Cal seems to want to go and play in most of the time, but Jacala made it look easy again, didn't he? Now it is foot down all the way down the hill through Del Seraglio towards Ferranti Ascari, the third of the chicanes at turns 8, 9 and 10. And Jacala just showing us exactly how you do it. A quick look in the mirror, and well, Racing Sim is just too far away to give him any kind of trouble at the minute. Through the penalty zone then, and down towards Parabolica at turn 11. This is the final turn in this track, a long sweeping right-hander. You've got the pit entry on your right hand side as you exit turn 11, and then we go across the line to start the lap all over again. So that was a lap with Jacala. That's how it should be done. Racing Sim in second, 5-inch Fury Now then, it is, we are within the last minute, and we are now starting to get the fuel light flashing for these guys. Sai is going to cross the line to start his final lap. Still sitting in third. Ghost Pepper, he's just not going to catch him, is he? He's waiting for a mistake really from Sai. All Sai's got to do is keep it nice and straight and on the grey stuff, and he's got that third podium spot sewn up. But they're all starting to run out of fuel very shortly. Vane in 5th, with Cow in 6th. Then we've got Rossau in 7th. 40 behind him. Oh, and 5 inches finished, so he crosses the line first in 9th. Then we've got Carlsberg in 10th. They're not going to get another lap in between them. So it is now back up to our leader, and I don't think anybody else is really racing. Sorry for the flicking, but we are just going to see if there's any more racing to be had. Rossau and Footy are the nearest I think we've got to a battle going on, and this is for 7th as they go through the second of the chicanes. Footy trying to put the pressure on Rossau. I'm just trying to keep an eye on that map at the top right hand corner to see where the leaders are, because we do need to go to them, see them across the line as Footy tries to get by Rossau. And we're back up with our race leader and soon to be winner of race 1, Jacala. Fantastic racing from him around Parabolica for the final time. He's staring at the checkered flag. Oh, and there we go, the race is finished for some reason. However, I do believe that Jacala won with Racing Sim in 2nd and Sai in 3rd. Not quite sure what happened there. The race just decided to stop. Anyway, join me again very shortly for race 2 here in Monza with the Tyre Shredders Racing.